So happy weekend. It's upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here for my online U.S. history class, thank you for being here. If you could, and you're supposed to be here, that means everybody who has an 80% or lower, if you can do me a favor and leave your comment or leave a message to me on Remind saying that you're watching as additional proof. If you want to add a screenshot, as Tristan Gama did from Villa Park, the screenshot kind of helps just to prove that you're here, you're watching. Okay, fine, you're watching. Let me see this. Oh, there you go. Okay, good. So, anyways, welcome you guys. Thank you for being here. It shows that we have 4 people watching, so that is great. I'm going to move my little mugshot over here. So, I hope you guys are having a good week. At Elmo, we had homecoming yesterday, and we won. Our football team won. Our homecoming queen was crowned, and it was just a fun day, just a long day yesterday. So that's part of the reason why I've gone to Friday broadcast, is because of the Thursday night games. But as soon as that kind of equalizes, I think we'll come back to Thursday nights. That's just my thinking. So if you are here and you're supposed to be here, please mark your attendance on Remind by leaving your name and your school site. That way I can go back and if you're here and it's optional, that means I'm not going to count it against you for being here. You're just here to get a little scoop as to what's going on in the class and what to look for this last week before the end of the quarter, which is coming up next week. So grades are due. A lot of you are doing really well in my class, so I'm really happy about that. And for those of you who are here because you're supposed to be here, we're either missing a test or two, we're missing some assignments or bigger projects, and we want to make sure that those things get turned in. So again, if you're here and you're supposed to be here, leave a message for me, a Remind, which I have. Let's see here. Adriana says it's not working. Jacob says he's here. Ryan says I'm watching. It's just you're offline every time I click the link. Can you try that again? Because I'm online now. Let's see here. What else can I do? I'm just trying to figure out. And I guess this will be my last broadcast here without, from this Android phone. I'm going to see if I can get on a computer on my next broadcast. So, let's see, what does this do? Oh, that turns it off. Okay. And what does this do? Let's see, I can make... Ooh, I can make me a little smaller. Okay, or I can make myself, let's see here, bigger. Okay, there I am. Or I can go like this and make me black and white. We go black and white. Okay, by the way, you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen the news. There's a new Nintendo, let's see, I'm repping the Nintendo today. There's a new Nintendo system coming out. It's called the Nintendo Snap. And it really looks cool. And if you guys have any time or spare time to check out a YouTube video, just YouTube search Nintendo Snap, and it'll be the first thing that comes up. It's a 3-minute video, just shows you what Nintendo's up to. Really into games, and I think it's just a fun hobby. So I think that they're going to take my money in the spring of next year. So I see that 5 people are watching. So you guys are all here. My job for today, and basically with all these videos, is to give you guys a preview of the things that you need to do before the week is over. So for us, the week is over this Sunday, October 23rd by 11:59 p.m. So looking at this, I've got the haiku page up, which is actually really handy. And what you guys all should do at the beginning of every week is look at what you have to do. It's always better, in my opinion, to know what you're getting into before you find out when you start working Sunday night at 8:30 that you've got all this reading to do, and a little bit of time, and you're going to do, the quality of the work goes down the more crunched for time you are. So if you spread out the work throughout the week, it's actually really more beneficial to you. One, in terms of absorbing all the information that you're covering, and it just so happens that for this week, we are covering chapter 7, I believe, and we're starting the immigration at the turn of the century, from the 1800s to the 1900s, we're looking at big demographic changes. Huge waves of immigrants coming from Southern and Eastern Europe, and also Western Europe, but there's this wave of European immigration that comes in. And so that with that brings a lot of changes to this country, a lot of what they call assimilation, cultural diffusion, all these kind of big fancy terms that happen when people from another part of the world come to our part of the world, and all of the challenges that come with that are just very apparent, especially during this time with the massive influx of people. So, in an election season where election day is coming around pretty quickly here, you have the big controversy is two groups of migrants coming to this country. One, migrants that are coming from the Mexican border. Through Mexico, you have people wanting to come here to work, coming here to make a better life for themselves. And I guess the question for us as a country is, how do we deal with this influx of people? And should we enforce the border? Some people say, should we give people legal status who are here? The other group of people that are causing quite a controversy are people who are refugees from the Syrian civil war. They're migrate. Oh, actually, they're migrate. It's in Europe where they're having the biggest migrant problem with Syrians. But these people leaving these war-torn areas, trying to find a better life for themselves, they want to find their life and make their life here because there is the greatest amount of opportunity here. So I think I understand what they're talking. Well, one can understand the plight that these people are in, and that their desire to make a life better for themselves and their families is quite understandable. People have been doing this for centuries now, so moving to a better place. So looking at this and using that as a theme for this week, immigration, the story of people and their challenges in coming here and starting to build a life for themselves, let's look through chapter 7, immigrants and urbanization. So let me see if I can get rid of this. It's just better. There we go. Okay, so I can see more. All right, there's no weekly summary for the week, so that's good. It's one less thing. There's an extra credit. It says here, Far and Away. And it's a movie starring Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. And it's a story of Irish immigrants. It's a rather dramatic love story. But it's one of my favorite movies because, one, directed by Ron Howard, and two, a really fun movie with interesting characters and a story about moving to Boston in the big city. A lot of what's covered in the textbook and Western migration, Manifest Destiny, all that stuff plays into this one movie, which is really cool that, you have a way of the book and what we're learning coming to life. So, if you can get a hold of a copy of Far and Away, or if you've seen it already, I don't know if you can YouTube it and find it in chunks, but it's about a 2-hour movie, well worth your time from a historical perspective because it covers so much. And Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, they were actually together during the movie, but this is this is years ago now. I remember when this movie came out in the theaters. But watching Far and Away will be a treat for you. It also will get you extra credit for doing a little writing activity with it. Let's see here. These office hours are mandatory again if your grade is under 80, but optional, and if you're here and you're watching this just because there's no grade for you, you're just here, and I'm hoping you're getting something out of this. So, textbook links, chapter 7, Chapter 7-1, main idea questions. Those are the questions that are in the book. Inside the margins, A through E usually. So there's usually 5 or 6 questions depending on the length of the section. So that's due. There's a video worksheet on life as an immigrant with a video right here. You should be able to see it. So if I click this and it opens the assignment, you should have this too. The video will play right here. So the word steerage is the thumbnail for this video. And steerage basically equals the people who couldn't afford a proper ticket on these boats coming across the Atlantic. They put you in steerage, or the lowest class of travel, and basically they put you on the, on the deck of the ship, having to pretty much just sit there and, no room or really very little in terms of accommodation. So that's a story there. There is a video, I think, with main ideas that you have to fill in as you watch or after you watch. So there's that. The Far and Away Trail. Oh my gosh, there it is. See, and it's even got a little bit of fighting in it. Nicole Kidman's a pretty girl. Tom Cruise obviously is he's a movie star for a reason. So if you play this, let me see if it plays. See what I get here. Does it play? A video within a... See, this is a YouTube video, and we're going to watch a video within a video.
For hundreds of years, his people worked the land, but they could never own it.
The front of our house!
Okay, we'll go ahead and pause it there. But I hope that trailer just gets you interested in watching the movie. It's just a really fun one. The big activity for the week. Okay, well, let's see. What does this say? Stream extra credits, streaming the movie. Chapter 7-3, politics in the Gilded Age. So what did politics look like? Coincidentally, the movie also covers politics of the time period. There's a boss. It's very corrupt, but it's also, it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Getting immigrants citizenship so that they can vote. It becomes a political opportunity for some people. And you're going to, I think there's a presentation that you read through, and then there is an assignment to go with it. And finally, to end this, there is a family interview blog. So I'm going to assume that a lot of us, it's a private journal activity. You may be a first-generation American, meaning you are the first to be born in the United States. You may have parents who immigrated before you were born. Perhaps your grandparents or even great-grandparents came decades ago. Maybe your family has been here for generations, dating back to the 19th century. So this is a bigger assignment. Just requires you to have a conversation with people in your family, if that's possible. If not, I'm sure you have a friend with whom your family, or you're close to their family, or people in their family that you can interview for this. And it says here, let's see, option 1, you have a living relative. I just think that that's kind of an appropriate connection, and your own personal story or your family's story. So there's that, but then the option. So you need to have a picture blog post. Now, the story of your family as it unfolds, and you're part of that story too. So to wrap up, because that's really my goal here, is to always finish early. Let's see here. Oh, it says that let's see what people are saying. Here, I'm watching. It says you're offline every time I click the link. I'm here. I'm watching. Okay, good. So we're good there. Stream excellent. Okay, so please get your work done. I know Elmo's got homecoming dance tomorrow. I don't know if any other schools have homecoming, but please try to work, obviously, my class into your schedule. I appreciate all of the effort and all the energy that it takes to make sure that you complete your responsibilities. So if you're watching this as a recording, which some of you might who are required to do this, please watch this video, give me a brief paragraph summary, email it to me so that you can get credit for watching the video, and that your grade doesn't suffer because you didn't attend for whatever reason. You had work, you had a game, whatever it happens to be. You need to make sure that you take care of the video. You watch these. Hopefully they help you. I'm hoping they help you. It helps me because I need to know what's going on in class, so this is kind of a way to hold myself accountable and to share with you passions in my life. So I have Nintendo as one of my things, so just make sure you put that in your summary. Paulko likes Nintendo, and he's going to play the new Zelda when it comes out on that cool system that you can home console it when you're at home, but then if you want to get in the car because you're not driving, you can take it with you. You can play multiplayer wherever you go. Oh, it's amazing. It's so amazing. It's so cool. So anyways, I am done, and you're done. So please have a good week. If you have any questions, please message me on Remind, and then we'll go from there. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. until next week or next time, I don't think we'll have one next week, but until 2 weeks from now when it's mandatory, I'll see you all then. So thank you. Good luck at the end of the quarter. If you have great questions, please let me know. Peace and have a good rest of the weekend. Thank you guys.